Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about all things Lionsgate Portal. If you do not know what that is, it is going to be a powerful time for releasing things that no longer serve us, manifesting our dreams, and just leveling up energetically and awakening. So if that sounds amazing to you, then stay tuned. We're going to be talking about that and more coming up after a word from our sponsor. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey Badger. Honey Badger is a company that supplies vegan keto workout supplements. The supplements are plant-based, vegan, keto, and paleo-friendly. They offer everything from performance energy powder that you can use to take before your workout, performance hydration to drink during and after your workout, and they also provide supplements that you can take to help you live an overall healthy life. If you are working out and you would really like to step up your game, try Honey Badger. They provide so many great tasting supplements that help you really get your workout on. And if you go to Honey Badger today and you click on the link that's in the show notes for Honey Badger, you can take 20% off of your order. All right, guys, welcome to Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. I am your host, Melissa Oatman from melissaoatman.com. So if you are new, I want to welcome you. If you're returning, welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about the Lionsgate Portal. Maybe some of you have heard of it, maybe you haven't. The Lionsgate occurs on 8/8, August the 8th, which will be Sunday this year. The 8/8 portal is a very powerful time. It's an increased cosmic energy flowing between the physical and spiritual realms. This is actually a portal that has its roots that go way back to ancient Egypt. The new moon arrives on August 8th, and its effects can be felt across the day. It's in the sign of Leo, and it lines up with Sirius making an appearance. And Sirius is considered to be a very important star in the solar system. It's 2 times brighter than the sun. And actually what's also happening at the same time is that the Orion constellation shows up, which of course Sirius is in, and it's said to align with the pyramids at Giza at this time, which is the opening of the Lionsgate portal. Some numerology comes into play here too, because the number 8 is considered to be a lucky number, and the code 88 is connected with the idea of infinity, because if you turn an 8 on its side, it's the infinity symbol. So the energy for the Lionsgate portal can be used to move yourself closer to your destiny and to help you reach new spiritual awareness. It's a day that many people often think of as being an amazing time for manifestation and for planting the seeds of intention. So it's a time for rebirth, as it is a new moon, and it's a time when the old lunar cycle comes to a close. So it's a celestial new beginning. New moons are a great time to cleanse and get rid of the themes of the previous cycles. So if you had energies going on, things, we can think of like behavior patterns, karmic cycles, all of those things that you don't want to bring with you into the new lunar cycle. This is a great time to cleanse and get rid of those things. And it's a really great time to begin focusing on manifestations, the things that you really want. So it's important for you to set goals for the week ahead. And it's also important for you to really think about the big picture, like what are the big dreams that you want to come true in your life? Because this is kind of like a power up. It's a huge energetic shift. And so it's an important time for you to really, again, cleanse and let go of what's no longer serving you, and to focus on all of the things that you want to see in the new lunar cycle. So in addition to being a powerful time for big ideas and wishes and manifestations, the new moon is in Leo, so it brings about Leo energy. And Leo energy has to do with social energy, charisma. It also has to do with the heart chakra. So there are some rituals that you can do during this new Lionsgate portal where you can kind of cleanse the heart chakra, which many of us really need to do, because let's face it, going through life, going through different relationships, our heart chakras can really take a beating. So this is a really great time for you to do some cleansing there too. You may have noticed that right before this new moon is happening, maybe life threw you some curveballs, maybe some things happened that you really were not expecting. And that all happens for a reason. So we need to not shy away from the challenges in our life, but instead really tap into that Leo energy of assertiveness and allow the energy to come in and to help us. Because really, when things happen for us that we're not expecting, there is always a purpose behind it. And if we ask ourselves, why is this happening? What is this showing me? What is this helping me do? What is this teaching me? If we look at it from those perspectives, then we can sometimes say, oh, you know what? This happened because it's teaching me that I don't want to bring this behavior with me into the new lunar cycle. So sometimes things will happen unexpectedly right before these cycles so that you can get rid of and shed what's no longer serving you. But we're so close to our own lives, we can't always see the things that we do that maybe is keeping us stuck and it's not really helping us to live to our full potential. So those kinds of things, I know it's hard because when something major happens in your life or something unexpected happens, you just want to throw up your hands and say, I give up and I quit, and get mad and angry and all of those things, which is totally understandable. I have felt that way too. We're human. We want to just get angry and get upset and get emotional, and that's generally how we react to situations. But if we can shift out of the emotional aspect of it and look at it and say, what is teaching me? What am I supposed to be learning here? Then we can take the lessons and we can leave behind all of this stuff that really isn't serving us, like those low vibrational frequencies like anger and greed and jealousy and all of those things, because those emotions really aren't serving us. But we're human, so we're going to experience them, and it's okay to feel your feelings, but then also dig a little bit deeper and be curious and say, why am I experiencing this? What is this helping me do? And when you can do that, sometimes we can see, oh, because this is my normal behavior and I need to stop doing that. And I need to learn how to react differently, because this is all about breaking cycles and patterns and adopting better energy, really is what it's all about. So there are a few different astrological events that are happening in August, and they affect each sign differently. Leos during August may be feeling like they're the center of attention because the moon is in Leo. Aquarians might be inspired to go after bigger things than maybe they normally would. Capricorns may feel more social around this time. It's going to affect each sign differently, and you can go and look up your sign and the Lion's Gate and see how it will affect your sign specifically. But again, as I said, this is a really important time for abundance, harvest, fertility. So it's a very powerful time for manifesting, and it's a really important time for love and prosperity. So if you've been feeling like those things are not necessarily happening in your life right now, it's a really great time to work on that. So I'm going to talk to you today about a ritual that you can do for the Lionsgate portal. And again, it happens on August 8th. So it will be for this year, for 2021, it's going to be on Sunday. So you can get all of your stuff ready and you can get your new moon manifestation game going on for Sunday. So because the sun is in the astrological sign of Leo, again, Leo is associated with the heart center, and it represents the individualized expression of the divine. So the Leo energy is the perfect stage if you want to anchor into the ascension codes, and I will give you the name of a person who really does the light codes. If you're interested in doing any of the ascension codes, the light codes, there is someone on YouTube who I think does a great job, and her name is Mariella Lacunza. So it's Mariella, Mariella, La, L-A, Kunze, Cunza. So you can just look up her name on YouTube, and she has all kinds of videos with the ascension codes, light codes, and you can listen to that if that is something that you're interested in doing, if you're interested in awakening even more. Because when this alignment happens, there is an intense surge of light, and it awakens the DNA, it activates the human energy field, and it transmits the high vibrational frequencies and codes of awakening. So if you're interested in doing something like that, you're more interested in awakening even more, you can go and look up the light codes of ascension. Also, another thing that you can do is, again, to do this ritual where, and when I say you can do this ritual, I'm going to give you one, but honestly, there are no rules really. Some people will say, oh, you have to do it this way. You have to do this. You have to do this. You have to do this. I don't really believe that's necessarily true. I think it's all about your intention. So if you have your own new moon ritual that you do, great, just do that. But I'm going to give you one in case you don't have one to do. And I will also give you some other ideas, because usually when there's a new moon, one of the things that I like to do is to write down all of the things that I know are no longer serving me. It can be behaviors, it can be thoughts, it can be whatever, anything you think that isn't serving you. You can write that down on a piece of paper. And then I usually have a candle with me, and I will say to the universe that I release these things that are no longer serving me. I release them in love. I do not need to take them with me into the next cycle. And then I burn the paper and release all of those things in love, of course, in a safe way. And you can do that too if you want to do something quickly. But I'm going to also talk about a longer ritual that you can do. But it's a very powerful energy. So I would highly recommend doing something for this new moon energy. And this is a great time too to put your crystals outside. If you want to charge them, you can charge them in the moonlight. Gives them extra power when you do that. So the first thing is you're going to need some things to do this ritual. The first thing you need is just something to clear your space. So I like to use sage or Palo Santo, either one that you can burn. Some people use bells to clear their energies. Some people just use incense. Whatever you normally use is fine, but just want something where you can clear your space. So again, I use sage or I use Palo Santo. You need a journal and a pen, 2 crystals of your choice, and depending on what you really want to achieve, that's how you know which crystals you want to use. If you're looking for love, maybe use a rose quartz crystal. If you're looking to clear away the energy, you could use the clear quartz, black obsidian. If you're looking for health, maybe use amethyst. If you're looking for money and all of those things and abundance, citrine is a good one for that, or tiger's eye is a good one. And you can decide which crystals you want to use. If you don't have all of these things, you don't necessarily need to go out and spend a fortune on crystals. Just use what you have and use what you want to use based on what you want to achieve with this new moon. So the first thing you're going to do is to clear your space. So if you're using the sage or the Palo Santo or incense, you're going to light it. And then as you allow the smoke to cover you, I always wave it around my entire space and my body. Say to yourself, I cleanse this space with love and light. I ask that all energies that are no longer serving me leave my body. I am light, I am free, I am whole. And then my space is cleansed, my space is protected. Only love and light may dwell here. So say something to clear your space. You'll want to do that first. Then you're going to sit in a comfortable position. And we're going to work on the heart chakra, because this is an expansive time for the heart chakra, and it's a really great time to do this cleansing work with it. So sit in a comfortable position, and you're going to place your hand over your heart chakra. Close your eyes and imagine that you're inhaling, and when you inhale and you exhale, you're inhaling and exhaling through that heart center. So you're going to do that for a few deep breaths. Closing your eyes, imagining that you're inhaling and exhaling through that heart center. Now you're going to take your hand and hover it just a few inches above your heart and begin to make some circles in an anti-clockwise direction. And as you make the circles, imagine that you're cleansing that heart chakra. So imagine making the circles and those circles are drawing out any impurities in that heart chakra. And you're going to do that for 1 to 2 minutes until you've made about 100 circles. And notice any sensations that come up for you. If anything comes to you as you're doing that, pay attention to that. Once you've done that, then you're going to reverse the circle so that now you're moving your hand in a clockwise direction. And as you make the circles, imagine you're opening and supercharging your heart chakra. So with each circle you make in the clockwise direction, you are amping up the energy that is flowing around your heart chakra. So you're going to imagine that you can feel this energy radiating from your heart. And you can experience with making the circles bigger or wider. And again, you're going to do this again for 1 to 2 minutes until you've made 100 circles. Now, you're going to do this very same thing again, but instead of doing it over your heart chakra, you're going to do this over your third eye chakra, which is in the center of your forehead. So you're going to, I would again take a few deep breaths in between. And then put your hand over your third eye chakra and in an anti-clockwise direction, so counterclockwise, you're going to make circles over your third eye chakra. Again, clearing and cleansing. So imagine that as you're making counterclockwise circles, you are cleansing all impurities from your third eye chakra. And do this for 100 times. And then observing anything that comes to you. And then you're going to do it again in the clockwise direction. And again, we're imagining that we are increasing the energy in the third eye chakra, and do this and paying attention to the sensations, what comes up for you. Then you're going to take your crystals and you're going to lay one over your heart chakra, one over your third eye chakra, and just taking in some deep breaths. And noticing anything that comes to you as you're sitting there, taking your deep breaths, eyes closed, with your crystal over your heart chakra, crystal over your third eye chakra. And you just do this for however long it feels right for you. Some people might say do this for 10 minutes. I don't know. If you're new to meditation and all of this, that might be too much time for you at first, and that's okay. Just as long as you feel comfortable sitting there, do that with one over your heart chakra, one over your third eye chakra. Then when you're done with that, you're going to just sit in stillness and see what comes to you. So as you sit there in stillness, this is why you have your journal and your pen next to you. You can ask your angels and guides to channel any messages they may have for you. You know, if these are the things that I'm hoping to manifest, what do I need to know? What messages do you have for me? And then anything that comes to you, you can write down in your journal. So anything that comes to you. And if you're new to this and you do this and you're like, nothing's coming to me, I'm not getting any messages, don't be discouraged. You can always try again later. I think the more you practice this, the better you get at it. I used to have to write things down when I would do readings and that, and for channeling, I would have to write everything down. And now I don't have to. Now I just talk and it just comes out. So the more you practice this, the better you get at this. The other thing that I always like to do is to write down the things that I'm hoping to see in this new moon cycle. If you want to see an increase in the number of clients you have, or you want to see more love in your life, what are the things that you're really hoping to manifest? And you can write those down in your journal as well. And then with each thing you write down, just take a moment and just thank the universe that this is happening for you. Because manifestation is all about the energy we put out. Gratitude is very high vibrating energy. So we're thanking the universe for all of the things that are coming into our lives in this new moon cycle. So thank you for all of the love that I see coming into my life. Thank you for all of the abundance that I see coming into my life. And you can get very specific with it if you want. I always say this or better because I feel like sometimes I think too small. I think the universe wants to always bring us so much more, and we just don't have the capacity to see how amazing things can be for us because we're very limited in our thinking with our human brains. So whatever you were hoping to manifest, this or better, is always something that I like. But this is a great time for forgiving yourself and letting go of different things. So you could also, if you want to, write down a few prompts in your journal to help get you started with the reflection work. So you could write down, I forgive myself for, and just see what comes up for you. Or I'm getting better at, and see what comes up for you. I can love myself more through, and see what comes up. Because this is all about looking at where we are, where we've come, how far we've come, and letting go of what isn't serving us, and using this now to propel us further into alignment with the universe and to be on our path and our destiny and all of those things. So it's a very powerful time, and I would highly encourage you to do something to really amp up this energy because it's going to propel you into life. It's going to be very powerful. So take advantage of the fact that we have this very powerful portal. It can definitely bring in a lot of things that are positive for you. And if you're interested in really awakening even more, it's a great time for that. So you can go again and look up those ascension codes. And on YouTube, again, you can go and look up Mariela Lacunza. She's not the only one who does that. There are other people who have these light codes. You can just look up the ascension light codes on YouTube. But she's one that I personally have used, and I've really thoroughly enjoyed the activations that she has because she's done some on like the heart chakra awakening. And she doesn't just, it's not a guided meditation. If you've never done these before, it's not really like anything. It's hard for me to even describe what she does. So just go check it out and see if it's something that resonates with you and something that you really want to check out. And she's got one on there called the Lionsgate Portal Energy Update. So she does have one for that Lionsgate portal. So go and check that out. And I wanted to pull a couple of cards for you today. So I used my deck, Divine Whispers, which you can still purchase on my website. And the first one that came out today was Rise with Gratitude. Just as the sun rises each day, so must you rise with gratitude. Just as you depend upon the sun for warmth, others depend upon you for your warmth and light. The best way to shine that light is by expressing gratitude. Either everything is a miracle or nothing is. I choose to see every experience as a miracle today. Before your feet hit the floor each morning, tell the universe thank you for at least 5 things in your life today. You are deeply and richly blessed. And there are some daily mantras that go with this card. The first one is, I am thankful for my eyes that see the good in every situation. I am thankful for my heart that loves deeply and unconditionally. I am thankful for the breath within me that sustains me. I am thankful for the gifts that you have bestowed upon me. I thank you for each new day that is filled with your blessings. And then there's a second card that I pulled for you today, which is, what is your purpose? Are you living your true soul's purpose? The universe is asking you to reflect upon your true purpose in life. Most of us go through life never really discovering what our purpose is. If you are seeing the number 999, then you are being guided by the universe to get to work on that purpose. If you are stuck in a job or career that is unfulfilling, then it may be time to look at your life purpose again. There is an old saying that goes, when you find a job you love, you never have to work a day in your life. When you find your soul's true calling, it doesn't feel like difficult work. It will leave you feeling totally satisfied and fulfilled. Do that which sets your soul on fire, my love. The universe is counting on you. And if you don't know what your purpose is, that's one of the things I help people do with coaching. They come to me and we take a look at what they're supposed to be doing. What is their purpose in life and how are they supposed to be fulfilling that? You can always book a free discovery call with me. It's free. And you just go on my website, melissaoatman.com. To the homepage, there's a Book a Discovery Call button. All the times are in the central time zone, so please be aware of that. I've had people mess that up. So they're all in the central time zone because that's the time zone I'm in. And then you can book your time. We'll jump on a quick Zoom call and you can tell me what it is you're hoping to achieve, and I can tell you how I can best serve you. Sometimes it's with coaching, and sometimes I just have online programs that can help you with that. So don't hesitate to reach out and book a call. There is a prayer that goes along with this card. So I'm going to read this now, and you can say it to yourself silently, or you can just listen. It's a prayer for purpose. Dear Archangel Shamuel, thank you for working with me to help me discover my true life's purpose. Please illuminate the steps for me so that I know which path to choose. Please bring people into my life who can help me on my journey to discovering my purpose. Thank you for your unwavering support and protection. Amen. All right, guys. Well, I hope that was helpful for you. I hope you will take advantage of this Lionsgate portal. And I hope that you are experiencing so much love and joy in your life. If you're not, don't stay stuck. You can work with me and we can help you feel better in all areas of your life. So just book a free discovery call with me. Also, don't forget to like this podcast, subscribe. Please leave a positive review from wherever you're listening. If I have done anything to help you in your life, that energetic exchange of just giving it 5 stars or whatever on iTunes helps me so much. I really don't make any money off of this podcast, so that keeps me going because it gets my message out there and helps me in my life's mission and my purpose, which is to help as many people heal as possible. So thank you for doing that. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I go live Mondays at 6:30 Central on Facebook, where I do a free card reading. If you show up for the live, I'll pull a card especially for you. And also, don't forget that you can still purchase my book, Beautifully Broken, on Amazon. It's also now available through audiobook. All the links for that are in the show notes, and all my social media links are there as well. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day from wherever you're listening. As always, I am sending you so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.